Hey everybody, it is Kathy with Backyard Columbus, and it just rained. I'm off work. It is a perfect night out, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to take you on a little tour of our suburban yard and just share some ideas with you, so maybe you can get some inspiration of changes you can make this fall, into spring, into next summer to make your yard the happiest place on earth. All right, as you can see, we live in a typical suburban setting, and I want to warn you right now, like, nothing is perfect. I didn't go out here and clean, mow, edge, any of the things. I wanted to share this with you as it typically is. Most of the things in our yard are native perennials, which means they come back every year. They are native to Ohio. Some things aren't, but nothing is invasive and nothing is crazy weird, okay? So here we go. This is our hell strip, warts and all, and everything I'm going to show you in these next series of videos, it's warts and all. So things that I don't like, things that have gone well, things that may not have gone well, but this is our hell strip, and we are zoned City of Columbus, and in the City of Columbus, and per the HOA we do not have, we are allowed to do a pollinator garden in our hell strip. Overwhelmingly, I love the way that this looks, but my opinion, and my opinion only, is this blue sage, which I actually do love, does not belong right here. So that is getting all dug out, because I'm going to step around to the front. If you kind of look at it, I love everything to go from short to tall, and that is not what's happening here, but that's okay. I mean, it's beautiful, it's providing nectar and pollen and all the things, but you can get a good overview. We have black-eyed Susans, blue sage, coneflower, Tennessee coneflower, coreopsis, Indian blanket flower. Anyway, but you can see this is kind of what we have going on here, okay? So this is one spot where you can either just do something right around a tree or make some little blocks in this hell strip if your HOA allows for that, okay? So this is one idea, and then we'll just, I'm not going to yap through this whole thing, but overwhelmingly, this whole, it's kind of like a kidney bean shape in a way, and this is our food forest. Started out as a food forest, okay? We had a couple of fruit-producing bushes in here that I've since taken out, like a chokeberry, but these are not doing anything right now, but look up Goumi berry, Goumi. I do believe they are of an Asian origin, but they are very high in antioxidants. They get a beautiful little cream-colored flower on them in the spring, and then they turn into berries in the summer, and they are delicious. I love them. These kind of are crowning glory. These are pawpaws. Pawpaw trees are North America's largest native fruit. And you can see, so they will grow in the understory in the shade, and they get kind of tall and leggy. But here in full sun, these trees are about a decade old, and you can see they haven't overwhelmed the garden. I mean, they're kind of staying put. They stay to themselves. I keep them trimmed, but by myself. I don't have them professionally trimmed. They are the host plant for the zebra swallowtail butterfly, but you can see these fruits. And these are like a cross between a mango and a banana. They have a very custard-like consistency. They are amazing. They get a flower on them in the spring that flies pollinate, if you can believe that. But you can get some ideas in through here. So my suggestion is, if you are going to start a pollinator garden, you need to keep it trimmed nice and tidy. No one wants to look at a hot mess. Keep it weed-free to the best of your ability, and you're not going to have any problems from your neighbors. We get a lot of compliments on this, and that makes me happy, because this whole spot makes me happy, and I love sharing the joy with others, which is why I'm making this video. So a nice surprise happened today, actually. So this is dwarf ironweed. This is tall ironweed, not supposed to be here. Bone set is best suited for a side or backyard, another pollinator rock star. But that guy right there is called a gray coneflower. I have no idea where it came from, but he is native to the, what do you call this, Midwest United States, and it popped up in our yard somehow, and I am thrilled. Doesn't take a lot to make me happy. Anyway, you can kind of see overall, okay, so I'm standing in front of our house, and this is how it looks from the side, okay? So we try our very best to keep things trimmed out. This is kind of a mess over here. Swamp milkweed. Yep, nope, showy milkweed. Anyway, it flopped. I don't like that, okay? So I'm gonna do something with that next year to make sure it stands erect and off of the ground, but they have beautiful little flowers on them. Coreopsis, which is not in bloom right now, I always make paths. And Canadian goldenrod, I love it. This was cut in half in early July so that it did not get overwhelmingly tall. I may make some changes with that, but another pathway, like I just was on the other side over there. Anyway, otherwise you won't be able to access the things that you want to see or take care of. Another spot of goldenrod. Here in Ohio, I am honestly not sure how many spots or how many varieties of goldenrod there are, but we probably have off the top of my head 5 or 6, and those are pollinator rockstar plants. Blue mist flower, but again, I'm just gonna scan this so you can get an idea of how you can make the front of your house look like it doesn't have to be traditional boxwoods or yews, things that are absolutely worthless. Now I will tell you, another pollinator rockstar, which means in a keystone species, which means it, my words off the top of my head, does more good than another plant would do for the area that it's in. Okay, that's the best I can do right now. This is an aster, a New England aster. Some people love mums. Well, mums are sterile and they don't do anything, but asters are where it's at. These, I don't know, things grow like dinosaurs in our yard. I cut these in half in early summer and they're still this tall, but they will bloom these purple flowers for at least a month, and so the late season bees and butterflies like migrating monarchs that come through here will definitely need the nectar and pollen from that aster. Okay, so we just have a lot of native plants up this walkway, and one thing I'd like you to consider and notice is that our walkway is not just a big slab of concrete. This is a very environmentally friendly walkway filled with creeping thyme in between these rocks. This is also because this does not get a lot of foot traffic. Creeping thyme does not take heavy foot traffic. It'll die. So anyway, we, like a lot of people, go through the garage. But look at all of these flowers. This is a big load of annuals. Salvia, coxcomb, which also celosia. I don't know. I've never even heard of it growing this tall, but there it is. Lantana. All of this is full sun that faces the east of that away. And these will bloom until it frosts. They're amazing. I would love for you to think about, because it will make you so happy. That screen is for raccoons because they keep getting into my pond. Anyway, a small pond off any of the places where you sit outside is such an amazing thing to have. We've had dragonflies lay eggs in there. We have tadpoles in there. And some critters do come and take a drink, which I don't mind as long as they don't make a mess like raccoons do. Anyway, this was an afternoon project, very little money. It's about, what is that, 2.5 feet wide, 2 feet deep. It's amazing. Anyway, hopefully you can get some ideas. Overwhelmingly, what we've done is try to create an oasis for pollinators. Birds, bees, butterflies, moths have plenty to eat. We have plenty of host plants here, and you can never go wrong with an oak tree, which, yes, in case you're wondering, I'm probably going to regret, because once this gets too big, I may lose all of my sun, and we might have to think some things through. Anyway, this is the front yard in our suburban dwelling.